polling questions. That's it. Okay. So here we are, last event here on the show floor, our Conscious Beauty pitch. Like I said, Newtopia Now is meant to celebrate conscious products and certainly all of the innovation happening in beauty and wellness. And I just want to say a big thank you to Giannuzzi Lewendon. Ryan Lewendon, who's a partner at Giannuzzi Lewendon, is our MC for the day. And really, this event would not have been possible without them. We co-created the idea. They have been such great partners to us. They do a ton for this industry, supporting both emerging and established brands on their journey so that they can scale their impact and do better work in this world. So I am very grateful for Giannuzzi Lewendon and of course for all of the companies that exhibited and applied for this pitch. We were able to choose 10 of them. I can't wait for you all to hear from them. And once again, I see a few more people coming in. Come on in, we're about to get started. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of our first Newtopia Now, and you are in for a treat as I bring up Ryan Lewendon, your MC for the day, to the stage.
Hi, thank you. Thanks. I'm Ryan Lewendon. I'm a partner at Giannuzzi Lewendon, as Jess was saying. I'm really, really excited for us to be presenting this pitch slam at the first Newtopia Now. The New Hope shows have a really special meaning to me personally, because it's essentially where my career started. I'd been a lawyer for Vitamin Water, helping them through the sale, but I went to my first Expo East, which this show replaced, almost 20 years ago. And when I came to that show, I met Mike Curbin for the first time, and Shazi Visram for the first time, and Mike Adair from Reds for the first time, who gave me a great piece of advice. He looked at me and he said, if you want to make it in this industry, don't ever wear a suit to the show again. And I took it, and it went okay. But what really astounded me about the expos is what a great sense of community it created, and what a togetherness in this industry it helped foster. And so when Jess told me they were going to do Newtopia and create a better opportunity for people to do that, I knew we had to be on board. We started our firm. We see ourselves as advocates for upstart brands. And today, we've got 10 amazing upstart brands that are going to pitch for all of you, and 5 phenomenal judges, just a ton of mind share, and a great group of people. So let's bring out the judges. So just for the record, our 10 finalists today are BEJOU, Caire Beauty, Daybird, NNABI, Pure Mitti, SeaBar, Shea Radiance, Spinster Sisters, Tiara, and True Moringa. And then our 5 panelists here are just great people. Some of them I've met recently, some of them I've known for years. But each of you say a little bit about yourself. Our first person is actually my business partner. Her name's Caire Beauty.
Hi, everyone. As Ryan said, we love New Hope. We love all the expos and are so excited to be here for the first Newtopia Now, and have already gotten so much great feedback from current clients, industry friends, so just very excited. As Ryan mentioned, our law firm helps startup brands, emerging brands. We work with about 1,500 of them across all sectors of CPG: food, beverage, beauty, personal care, wellness, health. And we just feel really privileged to be a part of this community, and especially to be a part of what we feel is New Hope's first real push into beauty and personal care, which is a similar passion of ours. We've done the same. Over the past 2 years, we've had the privilege of onboarding over 50 new beauty brands, personal care brands. This year we helped Stripes sell to Elle Catterton. We helped Carpe sell to Topspin. And we have a couple really good deals in the works, and just, really excited to be here.
That's great. Thanks, Cara. Our second judge is Emily Schlitt from the Pop-Up Grocer.
Hi, I'm Emily, the founder and CEO of Pop-Up Grocer, hence our name. We used to travel the country as sort of a roadshow of emerging brands in the CPG space. We now have a permanent store in New York City, hopefully our first of many, and every 3 months we rotate the assortment in there to feature new up-and-coming products from up-and-coming brands. all better for you, and innovative and creative, much like I'm sure we're going to see today. So thanks for having me.
Thanks, Emily. And next is Karen Farrell.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen Farrell. I'm the Vice President of Brand Services at Presence Marketing. I've been a broker of natural and organic products for 23 years, and I have a background in herbal medicine and women's health. I'm really excited to be here today. Some of the personal care brands that me and my team have been a part of growing and building are Burt's Bees and Dr. Bronner's. So we're excited to see new and emerging body care brands leading us into the future.
We got Rick.
Good afternoon, everyone. Rick Burian, Senior Manager of Supplier Diversity from Ulta Beauty. We have over 1,400 locations within the United States. I'm really excited because half of the brands that Ulta Beauty carries subscribes to one of our pillars of conscious beauty. So excited to meet some of these new conscious beauty brands that we're going to hear about in just a little bit.
Great. And last but not least, it's Danny.
Hi, everyone. I'm the editor-in-chief of Naturally Danny's CEO magazine. I also sell clean beauty on a TV shopping channel, so I'm super excited to be here. And finally, you might know me, I work with Drew Barrymore on The Drew Barrymore Show. So our 5th season is starting September 6th. And if I find the right product, because I cover beauty on the show, I might just put, they're going to get nervous. I might just put our winner on The Drew Barrymore Show this season. So let's get really
wow. Look at that. Special secret prize. All right, everybody, so we're about to start the pitches. The pitches are going to go structured. Each contestant has 5 minutes to pitch, and then 5 minutes to take feedback from our judges. Feel free to make noise for all the people you like and all the people you don't like. Let's give them a lot of energy, a lot of support. They're out here pitching their hearts out. And our first participant's going to be BEJOU.
Hi everyone. When I was 10, my sisters and I fled from Colombia due to the guerrilla warfare on the back of a taxi with my mom on the trunk. We got separated from my mom and we stayed connected through a skincare routine. Skincare became my sanctuary, but these chemical-filled products caused severe rashes and irritations on my sensitive skin, causing this to be a pain. And this was my struggle, and sensitive skin began. With 3 chronic conditions, asthma, allergies, and sensitive skin, I wanted the results of traditional skincare with any adverse effects. But I decided to go onto a journey, right, to find out a solution for this, because I knew I wasn't alone. So I ended up going to the Amazon, ironically, where I was born, and on a trip to the Amazon with my cousin, this is where I met chontaduro, a fruit I've never heard before. I learned it from the local tribes in the Amazon, and I was so skeptical of trying it because I was so nervous due to my sensitive skin. I tried it, and to my surprise, it was soothing and even helped with my mosquito bites. During this time, I was like in so much awe. I was like, I have to take this discovery back to my lab. And yes, I have a lab. I have a lab with my expertise in material science engineering and being a founder and a formulator of BEJOU. I decided to take this back and experimented with any other Latin American botanicals. BEJOU was born, a science-driven skincare rooted in Latin American botanicals. I became my own guinea pig, and when the products worked on me, I was like, oh, this is something special. There's something I have to do about it. My friends started asking about it, and this is when I decided to share BEJOU to the world. We address the #1 problem in people of colors, hyperpigmentation, without irritations in conventional products. With 60% of people of color with sensitive skin, it definitely is a huge problem. Sensitive skin has risen over 50% over the past 2 decades, outpacing any other skin concerns. BEJOU solves this problem. BEJOU bridges the gap between sensitive skin and hyperpigmentation without your burns, itch, and irritations. Our meticulous seed-to-shelf process provides non-GMO, allergen-free, and organic formulations. We meet EWG and fair trade practices. Here you could see before and after pictures of BEJOU people with sensitive skin. BEJOU uses chontaduro, the first Latin American natural retinol in our complex. It's an ingredient from my homeland, Colombia, which acts as a magic eraser on your sensitive skin, erasing hyperpigmentation without any irritations and protecting your skin's health, ideal for sensitive skin. Our proprietary complex is your skincare superhero. We break through into 6 main ingredients, including quinoa and camu camu for anti-aging benefits and protection. Our product line includes 4 products so far, 2 moisturizers, a facial cleanser, and an eye cream. BEJOU provides a skincare ritual that's 7-in-1 benefits. Our products have multi-benefits, from hydration to blue light protection. We currently sell wholesale at 50% margin and D2C at 80% margin. And with my background in material science engineering and also sustainability working at Intel, I designed a packaging that was both distinctive and eco-friendly. Have you ever seen a packaging that blossoms like a sunset? Yep, that's us. Each packaging blossoms like a flower. And we use PETG, PCR, refillable pumps, FSC certified paper, and sugarcane bagasse tubes, blending beauty with sustainability. Our market is $22 billion, and our consumer needs are still not met. Our go-to-market strategy is 50% D2C, and we're into retailers right now. We are currently bossing, being a finalist for Green and Organic Beauty at Cosmoprof and Glossy. Our team involves me in scientific expertise and my mom, and we've been on a long ride after being in that terrifying taxi ride. Welcome to BEJOU. Thank you.
So the active ingredient, chontaduro, how do you say it?
Chontaduro.
Chontaduro. Is any other brand using this ingredient?
No, it's the first of a kind. It's never been used before. It's our proprietary complex that's built in it. Mm-hmm.
And then who would you say in the marketplace is like your closest competitor?
My closest competitor, I would say, would be Cocoa Kind, but they're more for sensitive skin, but they don't use like hyperpigmentation. So it's different. We're also fixing the gap for both. Cocoa Kind is specifically for sensitive.
So you mentioned that your ingredient is one of a kind. So how are you engaging with your customers to help teach them that this is of value to them and how they should use it appropriately?
Well, you're talking to the learner and the teacher. As a chemical engineer and formulator, I definitely would have to talk not only on social media, but going to the marketplaces, going to the stores, and educating not just the consumers, but the entire staff to tell them about chontaduro. For example, chontaduro, it's a high in vitamin C, high in vitamin A, and an antioxidant. So it's your natural retinol, but it's also super helpful for your skin's health.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you are in 2 retailers currently. Could you speak to us about your retail experience so far and how you're going to distribution with those retailers?
Yeah, so far I'm in Beauty LA and in cosmetics. So far they have 2 products. With me, they have Hydrating Dew, which is the combination skin moisturizer, and they have Clear Confidence, which is your blemishes, and oily skin moisturizer. So far, it's been really good. Like getting on board, it was like really easy. If you have all the information, your SCS materials, like all the information and your certifications. I provide everything on time as well. And then just having like an honest opinion or telling them like where you're at, your journey, where you want to be, and also like providing value for them, but them providing value to you. I think it's a great way to communicate with the retailers, but also for them to know your long-term plans and for them to tell you their long-term plans, so it could be a teamwork.
I guess, hi, also great presentation and beautiful skin, if I can make that comment. So
Thank you.
You sold me. I guess piggybacking off of that, just given the price point, which maybe you could help situate that for us within the market a little bit, but seems a bit high. So where do you envision this sitting, with what retailer and with what customer?
Okay, so our product is actually premium. If you see, it's a refillable packaging, so like you could actually take it out and see the product itself. So is the packaging as well, and it's very efficacious and it works on time. We've done HDIRP exams, so our target audience is people who are struggling with sensitive skin and hyperpigmentation. They're using the current product and they're trying different products all at the same time. And they're getting like self-confidence issues because they keep on trying something, get disappointed, jump onto something else, and can't find that right product. That's the people who would be willing to pay for BEJOU. And sometimes those people, they don't care about the price point. They care about the ingredients, that it's safety for them. Like, for example, we remove more than 2,000 ingredients, so it wouldn't cause hormonal disruptors or cancer. And we also took into account that there's more than 2 billion-ish like in recyclability. The skincare market is the worst in the industry. So taking into that account, I know that sometimes consumers say they want sustainability, but don't act upon it. So it's those who would be going to yoga, knowing about ingredients, and wanting to learn from BEJOU.
Yeah, it looks like we're low on time, so I'll lead off the next question session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. Hey, while we change scenery a little bit, one thing I forgot to mention, not only are we sponsoring the Pitch Slam, but we're also sponsoring the happy hour after the Pitch Slam. So if you want to hang out afterwards, I think it's right there. They got water for the kids too, but yeah, it'll be great. So everybody hang around. Okay, we've about ready to get our next contestant. Everybody give it up for Caire Beauty. Here we go. Awesome. Good luck.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Lori King, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Caire Beauty. And that's care with an I. It's an anagram, so I care. And that means that we're embracing women, and that we're standing with women, and we're creating products for women in a phase of their life. That is very important because I don't know if you knew this, but every last woman in this room is going to go through peri or post-menopause. Yay! So what's happening with that? And we said to ourselves as skincare experts, what can we do? And we said we can create science-first skincare for grown-ups and take a very different approach. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And as you can see, we have an Oprah Daily Award, and Chef Carla Hall is our brand ambassador because she and I went to Howard University together, and we have been friends ever since. So, Celeste Lee, my co-founder, and I are two women in midlife. I'm now 60. And we embarked on this journey in our 50s to bring differentiated skincare to women going through hormone decline. And there are 80 million of those women in the US. So we're saying to ourselves, we know beauty, business, startups, we can get this done. I've worked with celebrities such as Elizabeth Taylor, Halle Berry, Celine Dion, and on and on and on. And I kept saying, why am I building billion-dollar brands for them? Why don't I do it for myself And why not do it in a phase where I truly, truly know something that's different and can really stand out? So women need products for the period of postmenopausal phase because there are 7,500 plus women over 40 who are entering that menopause. And what they're seeing is estrogen deficient skin. So the main insight here is their skincare is no longer working. And that menopause conversation is no longer taboo. You have celebrities talking about it, you have health funding moving forward in Congress, and we're on the board of advisors of Let's Talk Menopause to help that conversation. And we have a marvelous Mrs. Menopause event. It's coming up on October 9th. It's in New York City. If you're around, please do visit us. It's fun. We have Chef Carla Hall, we have Stacey London, and we have other leaders within the space. So what's the problem? 100% of anti-aging skincare is really for anyone. You're a teenager, you're 90, go use it, go buy it. What happens? You start going through these decades and realizing that the product is sitting on top of your skin, and it's not truly functioning and working in a way that allows you to stick with a product, so you keep changing because you're seeking something better. And 99% of those ignore hormone decline, and that's negatively impacting skin health. So we've come up with biotech delivery systems that are proprietary to us and now patented that really allows for hyperabsorbability. And that is what our key trademark to success is. So it's creating more skin cells and healthier skin and skingevity in reality with premium ingredients for the maximum skin defense that you need. So not just one hyaluronic acid, all three, including the tiniest one in the world, but using techniques to get these ingredients to be more effective. And these are our retail SKUs. These are the little ones here. I was gonna actually have you try the serum. It's kind of far. And our grown-up moisturizer is actually patented. And that's the one that has the Oprah Award. It's a lipid emulsion technology. So as soon as you put it on your skin, it just soaks right in. Customers trust us. We have a new customer retention rate of over 30%, an existing returning customer retention rate of 83.3%. And they keep coming back because why? Women are getting compliments when they wear our skincare because they have more glow, more firmness, and just healthier skin. We have a competitive set where we basically are creating proprietary skincare that works with hormone decline at an attractive price point. And then last year we stepped out of our beta phase, sold out on QVC, we won the Oprah Award, New Beauty Award, and we're ready for retail expansion. And I'm gonna stop here because the clock says 0.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was great. So you mentioned your experience in beauty, building brands for other people. As a law firm working with founders every day, we encourage them, don't just ask people about their successes, ask them about their mistakes, because that's where you tend to learn the most valuable lessons. What's the most valuable lesson you learned in your prior experience, and how are you using that in this new brand?
Mine is more personal because I work with so many celebrities. And one of the biggest challenges that I've ever had is working with Russell Simmons because he's very difficult to work with. And at one point in time, he started yelling at me to a point, I told this story this morning, he started yelling to me at a point where my entire body was shaking and I needed to walk out because I'd been bullied my entire life. And I understood the dynamic of the power situation that was going on. And I had to stand up for myself and go back to him and say, you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to talk to me that way. And that's when I truly stepped into me being my authentic self and me having the confidence to step into starting a brand in my 50s and me knowing that what I'm creating is truly what the market needs. Because I've been in the beauty industry across all of these different segments. I've seen failures, and I've never launched a failure, but I've witnessed what those things are, and I've analyzed them. I analyzed the failure of Betamax. I've analyzed the failure of Black Pearls, the White Diamond fragrance. So looking at those, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you for your presentation. I guess perhaps somewhat similarly, like now that you've been in market and within the category, I've noticed you've chosen the adult skincare term specifically, which is maybe only new to me, but as opposed to menopausal skincare or something branded similarly. So what do you see as your greatest challenge in tackling this addressable market?
I think the greatest challenge is really for people to get on board with the fact that women really need this, and they're going to start demanding it across all segments. So in the competitive set, you have a Womaness, which is a lower price point than us, and we're all friends. Like, they sponsored our Marvelous Mrs. Menopause event. And they launched at a price point that's lower. Some of the formulations are, a little bit differentiated, but they are across the menopause space. This morning I showed pictures of retailers in the UK who have menopause-friendly aisles. Tesco is one of the leaders in doing that, and now there are others, and there are small niche players starting to have that. So women are going to start asking, because if you can have a Vioza on TV commercial and this woman is saying hot flash, not flash, I think we're ready for it.
That's great. I wanted to ask you about innovation and your pipeline and what you think is next to come, and especially looking at the range you have now, if you're looking at a cleanser or some of the other things that women look for their daily facial care routine.
Absolutely. I mean, right now we're manufacturing a cleanser, sort of a 5-in-1 result, something that doesn't just clean, it's toning, it's doing other things, it's cleansing the makeup impurities, SPFs off your skin. Women need that when you have a drier skin as your skin is aging. So that's the number one, but the next one after that is a neck cream. But it has to be differentiated. You can buy any ingredient, right? So it's about how do we put our patent into that. Oh, he's back. He's back. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
You need a hand there? Thank you. I guess just... Okay, we are ready for our next contestant, everyone. Pure Mitti, give it up.
Hi, my name is Suniti, founder of Pure Mitti. This is the amount of plastics, this is the amount of bath and personal care products an average household use over the year. Almost all the products contain harmful chemicals and additives that aggravate skin conditions for millions of Americans. So the big question is, can you really cleanse your bodies of these contaminants? The answer is yes. And it is absolutely essential we do. My name is Suniti, founder of Pure Mitti. Growing up in a South Indian family, as you can see, I'm dressed in a sari, steeped in Ayurveda, and seeing my great-grandmother live at the age of 102 because of her powerful herbal wisdom, I learned a thing or two about the potency of these herbs earlier on. My career at National Geographic lead me to champion a lifestyle that is free of plastics and toxins, leading me to launch Pure Mitti, a brand that is committed to daily sustainable living powered by Ayurveda. So what is Ayurveda? It is a holistic science that is originating in India almost 5,000 years back, where there is heavy emphasis that is given to the prevention of ailments through the use of natural remedies and plant-based herbs. So our mission is to bring back these time-tested practices, methods, and herbs to today's modern living through our effective skincare solutions that are not only gentle, but are 100% chemical-free. In a market where there is 85 million suffering because of skin sensitivities like eczema, psoriasis, and 62% are using anti-aging products that is filled with chemicals, we offer you a natural alternative. Meet the superfoods of Ayurvedic skincare. Tulsi, or holy basil. It is a natural anti-aging ally because it helps to preserve collagen. Turmeric, a natural antiseptic, helps to prevent acne and blemishes, giving you a skin glow. Neem, filled with antibacterial and antifungal properties, is fantastic for sensitive skin. And vetiver, a root that will cool and detoxify your body, preventing from infections and inflammations at all times. These herbs have been used in skincare for centuries because of their profound benefits. Using the ancient Thailam method, we have found a way wherein we can bring the entire potency of these herbs into our bars. Our face and body soaps are simply just made of 3 ingredients. We say no to palm oil, no SLS, no toxins or additives, no fragrance oil, and we also say no to plastic packaging. So our soaps are extremely gentle, great for all skin types, including the kids. So we are not simply reviving the tradition, but we are revolutionizing the skincare 1 bar at a time. And that's our lineup of our skincare products. So where does all this goodness happen? In the tribal regions of the Western Ghats in India, where the local communities still follow these age-old practices. By having our production facility in this region, we are not only able to harness the tradition, but we support the lives of 80 rural women, fostering local economies. Since our launch last August, we have a strong position now in the Northeast, and now we are looking to expand in the West and the central parts of US. Our bars are flying off the shelves 2 times faster than the regular industry average, outperforming our category velocity. According to Spins and Nielsen, it says Ayurveda is simply not a niche trend, but it is becoming a wellness staple. So with this market that is looking to expand 16% year on year, we are poised to lead and innovate in this space, leveraging the efficient production while maintaining healthy margins. So backed by our expert of team advisors, ranging from supply chain, operations, a staff of retail advisors, and not to mention our skilled artisans, we are positioned to scale. We have enriched the lives of customers, ranging from new mothers to health practitioners and retail consumers. Beyond skincare, we also offer natural solutions in hair, home cleaning, and lifestyle, all powered by Ayurveda. So at Pure Mitti, Mitti meaning earth, every product that we create is designed not only to be good to the people and the planet, but most importantly, it helps to nourish the soil, enriching the soil, rather than depleting it, staying true to our sustainable living. So come, redefine your daily routine with products that are not only effective, but are 100% transformative. So let us make the old way our new way with pure living, with Pure Mitti. I would like for you, this is a sample, I would like for you to smell the herb and then smell our soaps, because then you would realize the efficacy of the herbs that has come out through the soaps. So this is our herbs, which is fresh turmeric that we obtain from the farms, the way it is, and this is our soap. This is fresh holy basil or tulsi, and this is great for anti-aging and skin softening. This is our bar of soap. This is fresh vetiver that will smell like fresh rain or fresh soil, and this is how our bars of soap smells.
I think what my colleagues are smelling, I mean, not smelling, is the soap, is it triple milled?
It is cold processed.
What was that?
It is cold processed.
Okay, so is it long lasting?
It is long lasting. We have studies to say it will last a whole month.
Thank you so much for the presentation and letting us feel your products. Can you talk a little bit more about how you're working in India to supply the ingredients, how you're working with the farmers?
Yeah, so we procure the ingredients directly from the farmers. Beyond procuring, we have actually established a facility there empowering these tribal regions, because these are the ones who actually still follow the practices. I learned a lot of ancient wisdom from them, so there's nothing more like having them recreate the solutions for us. So we have a facility, we're empowering about 80 women, and we follow sustainable practices to even manufacture our process, right from rainforest harvesting, apart from and the energy efficiency that we use to make our products. Even the materials that gets wasted because of the production, like all these herbs that we soak in oils for extended periods of time. After soaking, we take those herbs and we make skincare products with them, like kind of a face packs. So everything is 100% 360 circular economy, where it's good to the people, planet, and it goes back to the soil, nourishing the soil.
I can ask another question. So, love the mission to get outside the bottle and have no plastic, but of course, a lot of consumers are looking for liquids. You have 4 wonderful bar soaps. What's on the horizon for you?
Yes, so we've battled on that decision to make liquid solutions. Our hair products are also powder-based. We don't make liquid solutions. There are 2 reasons for it. One is because 80% of it is water. So remaining 20%, we have to add preservatives and harsh chemicals to ensure that the full potency of the liquid solution comes out. And we don't want to do that, so we keep them in bars and we keep them in powder form. And the other solution is we are literally transporting water, and we want to maintain carbon footprint. So that's the reason why we make them into bars.
You mentioned having a facility in India. Is that a family-owned facility? Is it a third party?
No third party, and it's not family-owned also. So I actually spent almost 6 months in the rural parts of India looking for sustainable communities like this, because working in National Geographic, I wanted to somehow recreate that older times. And I found these communities, and this is where I was sourcing the ingredients, and I was creating the products in-house in my basement. I couldn't sustain it, so we directly made them to be our creators. So we're all in this together, so it's almost like a trust form wherein part of the proceeds goes towards their livelihood.
Yeah. And that would piggyback off of a related question is, how do you plan to grow your team in the next 1 to 2 years to achieve the scalability goals that you have?
So the facility that we have situated here is in the rural parts, where there are lots and lots of tribal women and men who are looking to have some kind of support and livelihood. So the scaling is never a problem, and also the economies of scale out there in terms of setting up a facility we're able to really afford, because the expense is also not much. So we are already in about 70 stores right now, and we're looking to expand further. The expansion is not what we're worried about. We're just looking to raise funds for the next expansion.
How much does a bar retail for?
So they retails at between $8.99 to $9.99, depending on the retailer. But what we suggest is $8.99.
And you're marketing them specifically for face care?
They are face and body soaps.
Face and body.
They can be used for both, and since they are simply made of only 3 ingredients, they are suitable for all skin types, very, very gentle. So, but they live in the bath and body section, but we say it's face and body soap.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to borrow the mic?
I don't know. Oh, there it
There
is.
you go. There you
Okay.
go.
So, look, I don't know who's in the lead yet, but you all seem like you're getting a really good makeover with all the skin products that you're getting on here.
I'm just glad I didn't dump the
I'm feeling
turmeric
left out.
everywhere.
Great, folks. We're ready for our next finalist. Everybody welcome Daybird.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, I'm Vina, the co-founder and CEO of Daybird. Growing up, I struggled to find products on the shelf that matched my skin tone and type. And as I started my career as a chemical engineer, I didn't understand why I was the only one in the room that was expected to wear products on their face in order to look professional and feel confident. I'd love to share a bit about this beauty standard tax with you and introduce what we're growing here at Daybird. The beauty industry is $20 billion. That's $20 billion spent on trying to look and feel a prescribed way. And for the majority, it's emotionally taxing. As a result, the average woman spends over $225,000 on beauty over the course of her lifetime, yet doesn't use and wastes 90% of the products. And our over 4,000 customers told us that they're not using the products on their shelves, and their top goal is to minimize steps in order to take back ownership of what beauty means to them. So welcome to the Anti-Beauty Beauty Club, where a chemical engineer meets consumer marketer and affiliate PR expert that gathered around the shared emotional disconnect with beauty standards after working in historically male-dominated fields. We've worked at big brands like Exxon and Red Bull and have collectively operated at 10 startups, including retailer Quince and personalized skincare startup Curology. Here at Daybird, we create clean and vegan functional makeup for a one-step morning routine, giving you back your time and mental space to do what matters most. Our hero product is a first-of-its-kind makeup and skincare hybrid with 2 clinically active serums, moisturizer, mineral SPF 50 without the white cast, and a skin tint all in one multitasking product. 4-in-1 Serum Skin Tint takes your entire skincare routine and puts it right into your makeup through skincare actives like niacinamide and has already won multiple awards. And this innovative formula is certified cruelty-free, dermatologist tested and approved, and is manufactured through a virtually waste-free process that also upcycles zinc. Its packaging is also recyclable, and through combining all of these products into one bottle, reduces additional waste. And skinimalism is trending. Women are looking to save time and energy through convenient multitasking products. While current competitors feature good-for-you ingredient stacks with marketing claim or inactive skincare ingredients present, we doll that up with our inclusive one-step better-for-you formulation that truly benefits your skin. We also focus on our customers' desire to minimize steps, messaging that would be antithetical to their brands. And we just hit 2 years old and have served over 4,400 customers and counting. We grew 480% year over year and tested into a now proven acquisition strategy where we pay back CAC over 2.5 times on first purchase. And our customers love us. They've mentioned us over 500 times in social and in press to date. And we recently went viral on TikTok Shop selling out of 2 of our SKUs. We restocked at the end of May with hundreds of pre-orders and top media placements like The Skim and CNN Underscored. Momentum has been building. And here's a bit about the team behind Daybird. I'm a chemical engineer with experience leading manufacturing plant operations, regulatory compliance, and assembling startups for early-stage consumer assembling supply chains for early-stage consumer startups. Hannah, our chief of staff, is an affiliate PR and marketing expert who has secured placements in top publications like Vogue, Forbes, Resimple, and many more. And Whitney, our founder and advisor, has over a decade of experience in consumer marketing, building both big brands and D2C startups. She also brings industry expertise from the personalized skincare startup Curology. And we're advised by a beauty industry expert and a dermatologist. And we're ready to scale. Last year, we launched online at Urban Outfitters and on Kourtney Kardashian's shop Poosh, as well as participated in Target's Accelerator. This has prepared us for our strategic and methodical walk, jog, run approach to retail, where we look to not just get on the shelf, but sustainably stay on the shelf. After these launches, we're ready for the next phase of our retail expansion, where we take our products to shelves so we can be available to our customers where they already are. And our customers shop high-low for beauty, where they shop for their whole self. But they often have a hard time finding those specialty quality brands and products they love at their grocery store. This is where Daybird comes in. Newtopia now, this pitch competition, and the retail showcase opportunity couldn't come at a better time than where we're at right now. Our biggest priority over the next 12 months is expanding in the natural grocery channel as we continue intentional product line extension. And our future is to redefine beauty standards so that there is no standard. Space will be created and Daybird will be available wherever you are, just as you are. We're already connected to and are in early conversations with Target and CVS as we think about our long-term vision. So let's go dismantle beauty standards together. Thank you.
Hi, such a great presentation and so nice to meet you. I had a chance to try the product earlier.
Yay!
So I don't know if I was allowed to do that, but I got a little preview and I really liked it. So my question is around marketing.
Yeah.
I think you spoke of the addressable market here, which beauty is huge, 20 billion or whatever. So how do you intend to stand out? What are your marketing plans? What traction have you already seen? I saw the mentions, of course, but further on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So our customer is a little bit different than the traditional beauty enthusiast. Every other brand on the market is telling customers, wear more products, spend more money, add more steps, and we're speaking a fundamentally different message. We want to tell our products, hey, this is your existing routine, let's tap into it and make those products truly functional so they're benefiting your skin. And we've already seen this marketing resonate. So we leverage, from top to bottom of funnel, various things like micro-influencer partnerships, organic social, affiliate PR works really well for us. Really when customers can see the product tried on so many different types of skin tones and types, we truly see that resonate and they fall in love with the product. And we also see this, through events like this or community events where people can try the product for the first time, they really fall in love with it because it feels like skincare and they see how it can fit into their daily routines. And one more thing I wanted to mention is we're also activating with these customers, not just using traditional beauty influencers. They love to learn about new products from micro-influencers who share lifestyle finds or wellness. So we're reaching them through those influencers that they're already following that are helping to kind of speak to their whole life.
Can you talk to us about the inspiration for the name Daybird? Is there anything behind that?
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of what I just mentioned around, the entire beauty industry always trying to push us towards this one definition of perfect or flawless skin. We really see ourselves and our customers as truly dynamic individuals. And that's kind of the bird behind it, is saying, we're different every day. We show up every day in a different way, but we're showing up. And that's really how we think the name kind of takes into account that spirited, dynamic, individuality of our customers. And that's how we want to show up and make products for them.
I have a very simple functionality question.
Sure.
As you're combining sort of makeup and skincare, does the product need to be cleansed like a traditional cosmetic, or can it stay on your skin?
Yeah, well, I think with it could stay on your skin. I've certainly fallen asleep wearing it, and I think that's where doing some of the testing on the formulation, it's non-comedogenic, it's dermatologist tested and approved, etc. It's fine if you fall asleep. I think many of our customers do enjoy cleansing it like a traditional cosmetic or even a traditional sunscreen at the end of the day, but it certainly is fine. It's not going to clog your pores or anything if you fall asleep in it.
Does it come in multiple shades?
Yeah, absolutely. So inclusivity was really important to us from day one. I'm South Asian. My co-founder is Latina. And so it's really hard for us to find products that matched our skin tone growing up and throughout our whole lives. So right now we are available in 3 really flexible and accommodating tints that stretch from very fair to very deep so that we can accommodate a wide range of skin tones and undertones.
One more quick question. So you're about using less product. I love that it's 4-in-1 or even 5-in-1 if you think about it.
Yeah.
How do you increase revenue without bringing newness at the same time?
So I think, first of all, from a retention standpoint, I realize we only have a few seconds left. From a retention standpoint, integrating it into customers' daily routines so that they are returning and enjoying the product and continuing to iterate to make it better as we can so that we do increase our retention. And 2, as we think of newness, tapping into their existing routine that we are hearing from customers rather than adding more steps.
Everybody, that was Daybird. Yep. Okay, so for our next finalist, we're going to get 2 for the price of 1. We've got NNABI up next. Come on out, NNABI. Everybody give it up.
Hey, hi everyone. I'm Marina Penn.
Hi, I'm EJ.
Watch out, cause I'm coming your way. We're co-founders of NNABI.
I can do this all day, yeah. Go work what your mama done gave ya. Mama done gave, mama done gave ya. Whole world all you.
Hi guys, I'm EJ. Hi, I'm Marina Penn. We're the co-founders of NNABI.
NNABI. We're a perimenopause company, so perimenopause. Let's talk about it. Perimenopause is not same thing as menopause, but 3 out of 4 women do not understand the full distinction between the two. So how is it different? Peri, unlike menopause, first of all, peri starts 10 to 15 years prior to menopause, and during peri, we are still getting our monthly periods, and we can get pregnant. During perimenopause, we're experiencing hormones fluctuating erratically. That leads to some debilitating psychological symptoms, as well as physical, but psychological symptoms are more pronounced, such as low mood swings, gut issues, anxiety, and things like that. This is why treating peri-specific solution matters. However, today, there is no solution, or there's also lack of awareness of perimenopause specifically is really hurting women in this cohort. 85% of women in perimenopause are saying that their symptoms are impacting their day-to-day negatively. Happiness in general, confidence level are impacted. And also, more than half of them are, blaming themselves for the poor lifestyle choices.
So that's what we're here to change. We're determined to change the way women are going through perimenopause, and that's the reason we created NNABI. And say hello to Peri Essential 5. This is the most comprehensive, all-natural daily solution designed specifically for perimenopause. It's a doctor-formulated, science-backed daily botanical supplement. It helps support 10 of the most bothersome symptoms of perimenopause. And earlier this year, we got awarded an XT award as a supplement trailblazer. So you might be wondering what's in it. Inside this formulation, this is made with 6 high-quality and medical-grade ingredients. Our formula is unique to us. We own the IP. It's patent pending, and it's crafted with clinically tested and peer-reviewed ingredients. You'll find hydrocur, KSM, 66, ashwagandha, maca extra, etc. And in terms of how it works and how it's different, Peri Essential 5 is created with integrative functional medicine approach. So the formulation supports 5 key areas of health, which you can see there. I won't go through them. But this support helps alleviate 10 of the most bothersome symptoms of perimenopause, like stress, insomnia, sugar cravings, bloating, fatigue, brain fog, etc. So when we think about how big this market is, this is a huge market, and it's also a hugely underserved market. There's currently 42 million women in the perimenopause age range, which is 35 to 54. And we're also seeing an increased interest in perimenopause with the spike in searches of the perimenopause word, but also spike in searches in perimenopause supplements. And we know that women will be in this stage 10 years or more of their lives. So it's not just about the volume of women in it, but also the time that they will spend in this stage. And when it comes to our product and our formulation, we've got the receipts. So we've tested this product. It's not just talking about it, but we conducted a 60-day physician-led open-label trial with 30 perimenopausal women, and we saw really promising results. Women were self-reporting better sleep quality, mood stability, and overall well-being. And we compiled all these learnings in a white paper that is available upon request.
And our strategy and operation is very much powered by a team of experts across integrated functional naturopathic medicine. And we have a lot of work to be done. Just to kind of point a highlight, we're a female-led operation. We are owned by 2 women, minority women in perimenopause, 100% bootstrapped, been in the marketplace for 6 months, so I know we're a baby. Direct to consumer, we also available on wholesale and fair, and we have a subscription-based model. And we have got some acknowledgement, thanks to some early adopters acknowledging our efforts. And we would love to provide better care, so be part of the change that we're making.
Awesome, thank you for that. I have a question about your packaging. So when they were passing it down, I was expecting to get something that you scoop, a powder or something, but they're capsules. What made you decide to go with something like this? And is there any concern that, you may not have the shelf space in the traditional capsule area or have more difficulty getting into those retail spots?
That's a great question. Probably a few ways to answer it. But we did think about supplements. We explored powder, we explored tincture. This was the best way to deliver the right amount of product that you need daily of the product. So this ensured that you're getting the right doses on every day. We are D2C, so we have a very beautiful starter pack that you receive when you subscribe or you buy us for the first time. And we're thinking about packaging and the way that we are not using single plastic bottles every month to deliver our product. We understand that we will need to make adjustments if we need to be on shelf and in retail. But for now, that was the thinking coming out, and we're in 6 months out, so we're in learning mode and really open to feedback and adjusting things as we move ahead.
So I sound a little bit like a broken record, but talk to us about NNABI and what that stands for.
Yeah, of course. So NNABI, it's pronounced NNABI, is in Korean word is butterfly. So representation of butterfly is love, beauty, hope, transformation. When we think about getting the best out of the women in perimenopause, very powerful women experience and have a lot of ambitions and dreams, and also building lots of businesses and families. And there's a lot that these women are doing. So we want to bring out that out. Also the transformation, that is exactly what we are going through biologically, psychologically. So there's a lot of things that we capitalize that word butterfly, just felt very aligned with what we're trying to do, the essence that we try to capture.
Okay, and you mentioned currently a D2C company. You're at a trade show with brick and mortar retailers. So what is your strategy for brick and mortar, and are we correct in thinking that you currently do not have any retailers on board?
I'm sorry.
Retailers are new for you, the retail space. Do you have any retail placement?
Not yet. Do you want me to take that? Yeah. No, not yet. We don't have any retail placements right now. We're here to meet retailers and to understand what it takes to be on a shelf, and also find the right partners to do that together. So.
And if I may, just because it's our first launch year, there's a lot that we want to do from establishing our brand, building our community. So there's a lot that we want to learn in year one. But obviously from a scalability perspective, going to retail will be our dream, but we want to do it in a thoughtful way. So we want to, starting from the launch year, learning, getting our own data, learning our consumer insights, and then being able to apply. And talking to vendors and retailers today, past 2 days, has been super important for us to incorporate that into our strategy.
You mentioned a 60-day trial before some of your participants saw benefits, and during that trial, that's when they saw benefits. How long have you seen, in your experience with customers that are taking this, that it has taken for them to see the benefits initially?
Yeah, we've done the 60-day trial, and based on the trial and also people who have been on our customers, usually they are seeing the most benefit in the second week, starting second week. The first week, I think there could be a little bit more of a placebo. They're doing something different. But really, the second week, we have seen very noticeable benefits they're experiencing. But we are recommending that just with anything, you want to make this as a part of your daily routine for a good amount of 3 to 5 months as a baseline to get it into their system and then experience it. So that is the recommended sort of a period as a starting point.
I think we're out of time, but I'll be 37 this year, so it's very possible that I'm perimenopausal, but I didn't know that until this moment. So how do you intend to reach me, to educate people at the same time?
So I'm glad that at least we've made you aware, so that's part of our mission. We are doing this, awareness is massive, and also that's one of our biggest challenges because it's awareness of perimenopause before we can create awareness of our brand. So we are doing online education, webinars through our platforms, but also partnering with doctors to get the word out, and IRL events as well. Yeah.
Great job, NNABI. All right, everybody. So we've had 5 finalists so far. We've got 5 more to go. We're at the halfway point. Judges have their game faces on. I can't tell which way they're leaning, but they've written down a lot on those cards. So we'll see. All right, everybody, give it up for our next finalist, SeaBar.
Is this good? All right. Is it still on? Yep. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So I want to tell you a story about how a country bumpkin who was basically allergic to combing his hair started a hair care company that cleans the ocean. So my name's Greg Daly, and I have a long history of kind of offbeat obsessions. So this is from my cow phase, my pigeon phase. That was brief and kind of a weird one. This is from my bamboo phase, and then this clip here is from my free diving phase when I was living and working in Hawaii. But more on that one later. And so about 10 years ago, I stumbled into the professional beauty industry. I started working with hairstylists, helping them grow their businesses online. And through that, I ended up working with this brand that was featured on Shark Tank. And it wasn't until this point that I'd ever really thought about the ingredients that go in my products. And till one day I was standing in my shower, and I started reading the back of a shampoo bottle. And grab a bottle, and you're like, first ingredient, water. Look at the shower head, you're like, that's kind of weird. Grab another bottle, first ingredient, water. And it just struck me as absurd that we're using plastic bottles filled with 80 and 90% water in our showers. And so for the past 5 years or so, I've been firmly stuck in my why does everybody use bottled water to wash their hair phase. And so when I finally told my sister I wanted to start making shampoo bars, she said, I wouldn't buy that, which not a great start. But I asked her why, and she said, I don't like how bars get gross in the shower. And it turns out she's not the only one. A lot of people like the idea of shampoo bars a whole lot more than they like the bars themselves. And so that's why I started SeaBar, to make bar products easier to use and more accessible. See, we put our bars inside these recycled plastic applicators, and they do a couple of things for you. They keep the bars from getting gross and melty in the shower, gives you something to hold on to as the bars get down to the bottom. Super good for travel, and they actually make the bars last longer. It just solves so many problems that people have with bar shampoo. And then refills, they come in these cardboard boxes, so you're not doing the plastic thing and pretending your bottles get recycled. To use it, you're just gonna get the hair really wet because you're supplying that water from your shower and not from a bottle of water. And then we're gonna just rub the SeaBar across the hair a couple of times, and it's gonna work into a lather, just like a sulfate-free lather, just like a salon quality shampoo, because that's what it is, just minus the water and minus the plastic waste. But the biggest thing it gives us is actually ingredient freedom. And you're gonna see that most in our conditioner bar. See, most conditioner bars have to be made either really waxy or really oily, otherwise they just disintegrate in the shower. But because we protect our bar, we're able to make it a lot softer so it applies easier. So just a couple of swipes over wet hair, and it's gonna turn into a thick, rich, creamy conditioner, just like everybody's used to, almost instantly. And because it's 100% concentrated, it makes your hair ridiculously soft. Like, this is our rockstar product. This is what people love. So we think we've cracked the code, the quality and convenience of liquid with the low waste and concentrated goodness of bars, all in one. Our products are all of the freeze, and because you control the concentration, you can make the same bar work for pretty much every hair type, from fine, oily hair like mine to my wife's coarse, curly, dry hair, and basically everything in between, just by controlling how and how much you use. So at SeaBar, we're fighting back against the 1.6 billion plastic shampoo and conditioner bottles that are needlessly produced every year in this country. But we didn't want to stop there. See, back in my freediving phase, I came across this sea turtle in my favorite dive spot, tangled up in this mess of fishing line and plastic bags, and I cut it loose with my dive knife, and as I watched it swim away, I look at that garbage in my hand and I think, I'm gonna do something about that. And for a long time, the only something that I did was choose paper over plastic at the grocery store. And so when I started SeaBar, I decided it was gonna be my something. And so that's why for every SeaBar we sell, we clean 1 pound of ocean trash. To date, we've picked up a little over 32,000 pounds, which it's a lot of garbage, but it's a tiny drop in the bucket compared to the 11 million tons that enters the ocean each year. But with your help and the help of all of our customers, we're gonna keep fighting back 1 pound at a time. We're SeaBar, the last shampoo bottle you'll ever need.
I love this concept. I think it's really great. Is the American consumer buying refills, or are they just buying a new SeaBar because they're just too lazy to take out the old component and put in the new one?
Yeah, what we found is that most people buy the refills. We have a really high purchase rate of refills because it's really easy. They come in basically deodorant tubes. You screw it down to the bottom and push a new one in. it's really simple. And so I would say 90+% of our customers buy refills for their second one rather than a new bottle.
Is the refill bar so soft that you couldn't use it on its own if someone were wanting just a bar without the packaging?
You could, but it's not ideal, especially the conditioner bar. It kind of gets melty. They are solid enough. We have some customers who do it, but it's maybe like 5% because most people, our customers are the people who have tried shampoo bars and like didn't quite love it, but they love the concept, and so it's that transitional people. And it also brings in the people who want to love it, but can't bring themselves to try a bar because they don't like bar soap.
Yeah, how's your sister feeling about all this now?
I mean, she's okay with it, I guess. She uses it to detangle her daughter's hair. They got like long curly hair.
I have a question. First of all, the sea trash mission is amazing.
Thank you.
How do you budget that in if you do what you want to do? If you grow and scale, is that going to be a continuing thing? Is that something that you're planning as you're...
Absolutely, we're planning on scaling it. There's a lot of garbage out there. It's incredibly inexpensive to pick it up. My sister used to live in the Philippines. It's the #1 polluter of ocean plastic. And we have contacts over there. So we pick up locally in the Seattle area, just with volunteers. We've got a crew we've worked with a couple times over there. And it's like a few pennies per pound. Like we could scale that, unfortunately, to millions of pounds a year. Like it wouldn't even be that expensive, which is kind of depressing.
Does it come in just the one fragrance?
No, we have 3 fragrances.
You have 3.
They could only hold so many at a time.
And what is the price difference between the refill and the initial?
$16.99 retail and $13.99 retail.
Thank you.
I have a bit of a, I don't know, blunt question. Do you think customers care? Like, I think that this is wonderful, obviously, environmentally and consciously. I want to do those things as well. But at the end of the day, do you have data supporting the fact that people are actually buying against those values and interests?
Yeah, there's, I do know this. The number of plastic activated people is what they really call it. The number of plastic activated people is just skyrocketing. If you look at the graph, it's just going up tremendously, especially along the West Coast, the Northeast, and it's starting to grow in Florida. The South, Midwest, not so much. But like among the target people, like they're very aware of it, and I hope that helps. It's consciousness is growing rapidly, and I think this is probably towards the beginning of the curve rather than at the end, which not bad.
I just have one quick question. So much of this is about education, you know, the sustainability aspect, all that. Do you have any plans for a kids line? And if you do, have you researched whether there's like a no tears way to do it?
Yes, I've researched kids lines. Yes, it's possible. It's not too difficult. I have not done it yet. Thank you, guys.
We're going to get set up. All right, everybody. Without much ado, we've got our next finalists ready to come up. Everybody welcome Shea Radiance.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Funlayo Alabi, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Shea Radiance. At Shea Radiance, we believe that beautiful, radiant skin should be possible at every age. And we encourage women at every age to embrace their most beautiful selves. We want to see women, as they evolve into their 40s and 50s, just be their most radiant. And you know what? I don't have the clicker. All right, let's continue. So we accept aging as a natural passage of life, and we think that aging is something that should be celebrated and embraced. Now, skin is skin, but different skin has different needs, and our needs differ by our age, ethnicity, and obviously, our gender. We had the opportunity to survey over 50 women who were over the age of 40. And these are some of the things they told us were their biggest problems as they were transitioning into 40 and beyond. The biggest ones were dullness, dryness, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, age spots and everything else, and fine lines and wrinkles. And so we went ahead and created a collection of skincare products based on the efficacy of mushrooms, the power of mushrooms. Mushrooms have the power to improve moisture retention and hydration. They promote smooth, clear, and an even complexion, and they soften fine lines. And so what kind of mushrooms are we talking about? We're talking about mushrooms that some of you already eat. We're talking about mushrooms you're already taking as adaptogens in your coffee and tea. I saw lots of mushrooms and chocolates here this week. We're talking about chaga, shiitake, tremella, cordyceps, lion's mane, and caterpillar mushrooms. We created a collection of 6 skincare problems. No, not 6 skincare problems, products, really focusing on the hydrating benefits of the mushrooms and then combining them with other actives. So we have a collagen serum that is not just tremella mushrooms, which is more hydrating than hyaluronic acid, but we married it together with marine extracts. We have a restorative hydrating lotion, which combines the restorative benefits of the chaga mushroom with niacinamide. And then we have a brightening super serum, which combines the power of white shiitake mushrooms with licorice or glabridine extracts to lift all the hyperpigmentation. I could go on and on about the scalability and the market viability, but I think Lori and a couple of other people have already laid the groundwork of what is happening when it comes to seasoned women like myself. We are ready for products that talk to us, and we want to make sure that retailers are getting on board because women are hungry for this, for what we have to offer. The global market is $186 billion. Anti-aging is $76 billion. The US market is the leading skincare market in the world at $24 billion. Talking a little bit about our packaging, what I love about the packaging is that we use violet glass. It helps protect the integrity of the product. And not only does it protect the integrity of the product, it has shelf presence. And one of the things I know as a woman is that I like things on my vanity that look good, because on the days I'm feeling lazy, because it looks so cute, I'll reach for it and do my skincare routine. We love to see women win, and so ever since the brand began, we've always focused on economic empowerment. Women, especially African women, are not looking for handouts. They're looking for business partners who will do business with them so they can take care of their families. And finally, our goal, my goal this afternoon, is not to help you age backwards or age gracefully. You don't need your 20-year-old face to feel beautiful and powerful. The face you have today is a reflection of all your rich life experiences, and that is the face I created this collection for. Thank you.
Who wants to start?
Well, I have just a basic question because I'm not sure you covered it. What are the price point?
The price points range from $24 for the cleanser to $54 for the vitamin C THDA oil.
You had me at violet glass. I think that's such a great idea. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And I think mushrooms are the future, actually, too. Question about the name. I thought there was shea butter in here. Do you get that question a lot?
Yes. This is a brand new line for the face, but we actually started as a company that used shea butter to solve the problem of eczema and super dry skin. So very early in our career, we were working with women's co-ops in West Africa, sourcing shea butter, and then making products and selling to Whole Foods, Mom's, Wegmans, and a lot of other natural retail stores. So those are my roots.
Okay, so there's no shea butter in here.
There's no shea butter in here. Okay. But there's baobab oil, which is also African. So yes, plug for baobab oil.
talk to us a little bit about your marketing plan for this new brand?
That is a great question. So we would love to see this brand in places like Ulta and Whole Foods. We believe that at the price points we currently have, the product is not only a premium quality product, but it's also accessible. So the Whole Foods customer, where we currently sell a lot of our body care products, would be drawn to this product because it's clean and the packaging is recyclable. And I believe that Ulta has done a really great job profiling and showcasing diverse brands and founders, and I think we could find a home there too.
How's the reception been here at the show and the feedback that you've gotten from consumers and retailers here at the show?
The feedback has been amazing. The feedback when people see mushroom and skincare, they're like, that makes so much sense because we're already drinking it, we're already including it in what we're eating. It makes sense that it would be good for the skin. So the feedback has been amazing. The packaging, the response on the packaging has also been really great.
I think in my experience, consumers are very hesitant, especially with a premium product, to actually spend their dollars with it if they have any reservations around the efficacy. So as far as trial and understanding that mushroom really works for your skin, what are your plans there?
I think a lot of it has to do with sampling and education. As a 59-year-old woman, I don't have a lot of time to mess around with products that are not going to work. And with this, we formulated it so that you would begin to see results in as little as 2 weeks. And the samplings we're providing are giving people at least a week and a half of samples so that they can begin to see the changes in their skin. I think testimonials, getting influencers, micro-influencers to use the products and begin to show the results is going to be one of the ways we can give customers the confidence to know that this is worth investing in.
And what are the primary channels on which those micro-influencers in this category live, breathe, and are active?
We believe that a lot of them that we will be engaging will be on Facebook because a lot of women in the age demographic that we're targeting are on Facebook. They're also on Instagram. But we also know that we have grandmas on TikTok, so we'll be everywhere.
I think the packaging is brilliant.
Thank you.
Great presentation.
That was Shea Radiance, everybody. We are down to our last 3 finalists. So we're almost there. So coming up next, our next finalist is the Spinster Sisters. Everybody give it up.
I trip over everything, so I'm just going to reduce obstacles. I am Kelly Perkins. I am the founder of Spinster Sisters Co. We are a water-free and plastic-free personal care company based right here in Golden, Colorado. We consciously craft our products at our wind and solar-powered micro-soapery using premium plant-based ingredients with a focus on sustainability and product efficacy. The beauty and personal care industry creates a staggering 120 billion units of plastic every year. Only 9% of that is recycled, and about 12 million tons of it land in our oceans every year. So we are trying to take a bite out of that by consciously choosing to do better for people and planet. Our impact to date is we have eliminated over 614,000 plastic bottles. We have saved over 17,000 gallons of water. We work with Repurpose Global to reclaim ocean waste plastics and have eliminated 2,033 kilograms of plastic in 2023, which is about 478,000 lip balm tubes, just for perspective. We are moving to tree-free boxes, which are made from upcycled sugarcane pulp, so no deforestation involved. And we're also moving to a regenerative supply chain. So plants that are grown in clean soil produce more phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are essential for skin health. They're great for blocking damage caused by UV radiation, by free radicals, and it helps slow down the aging process. Our, lost it. So consumers are looking for brands that help them reduce their environmental footprint, and our Free From product line is made all from plant-based ingredients. They're delivered in home compostable paperboard boxes, soon to be tree-free boxes, and entirely plant-based. Consumers, like I said, are looking for brands to help them reduce their environmental footprint, and we are living that mission. It's clearly resonating with our consumers because our sales, we're seeing growth from 36% to 315% in every category that we serve. Our products have broad market appeal, but our target consumer is the younger generation, the 18 to 44 years of age. They are the ones that are going to be dealing with the mistakes that we're making, and they identify as conscious consumers, and they are fiercely loyal to brands whose missions and values align with their own. That is manifesting itself for us through our average reorder rate is 35% compared to an industry average of 25%. So I like my bar soaps like I like my husband, naked. We have a big focus on naked products right now, and we recently went through Nielsen basis testing and found that our bulk soaps, unpackaged soaps, scored top scores in all three categories with our target consumer. We are outpacing industry average growth by 14x, 137% growth in 2023. Our velocities are also 2.5 times more than many of our closest competitors. We are sold currently in about 3,700 stores around the country. 2024 sales are booming already with new retailers like Sprouts, Thrive Market, and Hagen joining the Spinsterhood. The global sustainable personal care market is projected to be $93 billion by 2028, and we are going after our piece of that pie. In addition to amazing products, we are currently running with a 52% gross profit margin and are EBITDA positive as of 2024. So taking care of yourself while taking care of the planet does not mean you have to compromise on quality. Peace out, plastic.
Thank you, and congratulations on being profitable this year. That's
Thank you.
Amazing.
That's exciting.
Could you tell us a little bit about the Spinster Sisters, the founding story?
Yes. It's a long story, but in my family, you can't give a gift unless you make it. And my Christmas gift the first year that I started making soap was little bars of soap. My sister had made Christmas ornaments, and we decided to do a craft fair together. So we did one craft fair, and she said, no thanks. But I love the name, so I stuck with the name.
It's not working. The microphone is not working.
You have a very large product range. You have a lot of products.
Yes.
Are there certain products in your lineup that are your best sellers, or what is kind of leading the pack?
Yes, we started as a micro soapery, and we're kind of coming full circle and really focusing on our bulk soaps. Additionally, our hair care line is one of our top selling lines. So we have shampoo bars, conditioner bars, dry shampoos, and experiential bath with our shower steamers.
Have you ever tried TV shopping, like a QVC, HSN?
I haven't.
Is that
but I
something
want
you
to.
think would be?
Yes.
And why do you find that appealing?
I just think that our brand and our branding and the products that we're offering really resonate with consumers, and I think it would do really well on a show like that.
So as you plan to scale, have you raised outside capital already? Do you have plans to in the future? And how important will it be to find an investor or a partner that is as sustainability focused as you at that time?
Yeah, I mean, that is a problem that comes up regularly for us. You know, we all have to be on Amazon, but they don't necessarily align with our values as well as Grove Collaborative does. So we send our retailers or our consumers to Grove Collaborative. So it's, I don't think brokers necessarily need to be as sustainability focused, but I will tell you the brokers that we have really embraced it. So I think, you know, consumers are going in this direction. The products are selling, and I think that will continue.
I see your use of the women-owned logo on some of your products, but not all. What was their reasoning behind that?
I'm sorry, the woman-owned?
Your woman-owned logo on the products. It's on some, but not all. I was just curious
Yes,
what the rationale
we are
behind it.
in the middle of a rebrand, so it's kind of in the middle of that. So we had very busy packaging, and we're trying to simplify now.
Can you tell us more about the rebrand?
So we are moving to more of a brightly colored kind of tie-dyed finish. Our tagline is Peace Out Plastic, so we're going with more tie-dyed packaging. Anything else?
How many total SKUs, like how many products are in the portfolio to date?
We have about 40, but you know, it's a body butter that's in 4 cents, or a body butter bar that's in 2 cents, things like that. So, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was Spinster Sisters, everybody. We're down to our last 2 presenters, our last 2 finalists. So our next finalist is Tiara Natural Deodorant. Give it up, everybody.
Hey. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to meet you. This is my first disruption. This is my second disruption. Welcome. I'm doing it Shark Tank style. Here you go. Oops. Thank you. Okay. So, hello everyone. Hello to the audience online that are watching me. I'm so excited to be here. I thank the universe to be, able to be here. And I want you to share with you my story. I want to have, a connection with you today. This is going to be an interactive session. I want you to raise your hand for those who wore deodorant today. Interesting. And I want you to raise your hand. Do you know the ingredients that you're using in deodorants today? Okay, so a lot of people don't know it. And that's my mission. Okay, here we are. I'm locating my stuff. So
I found it. Tiara's natural deodorant.
This is my
first
community.
natural deodorant that has worked for me.
Hey, this smells so freaking good. I'm impressed with this damn natural deodorant.
Not only is the texture nice, it doesn't ruin my armpits, because sometimes natural deodorant is really tough. Not only does it feel good, but it actually works, okay?
But when I go to bed at night, I still don't smell. It doesn't matter what I do.
Eu já usei para trabalhar e ele realmente funciona.
That's the way I connect with families. I talk to families. I talk to each one. I will talk to any single person that needs to know what is going on with their deodorant. This is a tribute to my family. I lost my grandma and my aunt to breast cancer. And, sorry. And they're here today. 2 million cases of cancer are going to be diagnosed by the end of 2024. And 600,000 people are going to die. So my mission is huge, and this is my story. I am a journalist. I am a change maker. I'm a leader, and I care about what I'm doing. I almost died of a brain surgery, and I lost the ability to walk. I lost the ability to smell and to taste. And I decided that after I left the hospital, I was going to work and help people and do everything it takes in order to create change. So funny enough, I was working in sustainable campaigns in Puerto Rico. I work in the environmental Yo Limpio Puerto Rico, and I learned so much about sustainability. That's why I created my shower caps. And then I was working in Colombia, changing the life of communities. I was creating programs for poor people, and I was going to be kidnapped. That pushed me to go to Canada. And in Canada, I was able to create change. I had my son. This is Nico, my inspiration. I disrupted the market with my sustainable shower caps. And I went to Dragon's Den, which is the Shark Tank of Canada, and I was able to get a pitch. Good Morning America supported my journey. And okay, now it's time to talk about the deodorants market. The market of natural deodorants is very difficult. In reality, if you go now to supermarkets, you will find deodorants that are endocrine disruptor and have potential cancer-causing ingredients. Brands like Native, Lumi, Salt and Stone, who are the top brands in the States, actually, contain an ingredient called oxokerite. That's a potential carcinogen, and that's part of my mission. Brands like Dove are very low in terms of Yucca. Thank goodness for Yucca app. Do you know Yucca app? I invite you to download it and to start learning about ingredients, because that's what we need to learn now. I find that my market is very easy because I have a product, I created a product that is amazing, it works. And it's, a lot of people are not happy with their natural deodorants. Who uses natural deodorant who's not happy with the deodorant? I was giving samples, they're all gone. I brought so many samples. I wanted people to start trying my product. And, we ran out of it. Meet Tiara. Sustainable ingredients last longer from 4 to 6 months in your house. So I'm bringing sustainability to people's homes. My mission, create better products, $16.99 in stores. I launched in Canada. My products are selling in supermarkets in Canada, which was my mission, and now I launched in the States. I'm in Central Market, very proud of my journey. I can talk more about my product, of course. This is just an introduction, 5 minutes. But, dermatologist tested. Families love it, good for kids, the market is huge. It's going to be 8 billion now, and in 2029 it's going to be 11 billion, so I care. My mission, impacting your lives, impacting everyone's life with my mission. We need to learn about ingredients and the products that we're using, because if we don't learn, how are we going to continue receiving and paying to the companies who don't care about what we use, right? Like, these companies should be, being the leaders for us instead of us investigating what is going on. So that's part of my mission, and my mission is a tiara in every home.
Well,
I love it.
Yeah, I was hoping someone would put that
Love
on.
it so much, so fashion. And yes, high five. Love it.
So thanks for your passion. It's a similar reason why I got into this industry. My eldest brother was a childhood cancer survivor. He's still with us, thankfully, but I grew up around children who were very sick. So thank you so much for all you're doing. Just looking at the landscape and having been part of this industry for a long time, I do think that $16.99 is a little high of a price point to get to the massive amount of consumers that you want to get to. And I also understand with cost of goods and being a new startup that things are expensive and you're probably pricing right for where you are right now. But what are your long-term plans to try to get to a lower price point?
So I'm going to continue a little bit with the presentation because I want to show you my products get sold out. Sold out. In Canada, they get sold out. People don't care about the price. People care about their health. And because they last longer, you know, I'm able to promote that, you know, like, but it doesn't matter. We can make it smaller, you know, like it's not difficult. I'm an entrepreneur. I can make it anything, right? But right now, people want it, right? Like, and that's the most important thing, right? Like, we're selling it. We're, you know, like, people love it. They're just writing me all the time. So I feel that, you know, like, look at these cancer survivors using my product. That's my dream, right? Like, and get sold out. Like, it's not, I'm not joking. This is not, no, I waited. You know, it's only 1 year. Imagine how is it going to be in another year. I already spoke to Whole Foods, they're interested. I already spoke to PCC. I think he's interested. I hope so. And, you know, Ulta, you know, who knows, right? Like, I think I have a vision. And, you know, retailers are following me. You know, kids are using Native to go to school. Why? There is no reason. And their moms don't know. So the more we are out there, the more people are going to know. So we need to really, it's a joint mission. It's not only me. It's a joint mission.
I have a question about the name. Obviously, you started with the shower cap, which Tiara makes sense. Was there any thought given to putting a different name on the deodorant, just given that, you know, it doesn't involve the head? Or what was the thinking behind keeping the brand name?
Sure.
And separately, are the two brands in the same company?
Yes.
The nerd in me is curious.
The answer is yes. And the second answer is, so basically, because I have the shower caps, and my shower caps last from 4 to 7 years, they're the really sustainable shower cap. So they have been in the bathrooms of these 50,000 women in the United States because Good Morning America helped me to sell so many shower caps. So they already know my brand. So I wanted to keep my brand. So women who have been using my shower caps, they know, oh, this is a good brand. I'm going to buy her deodorant. And they're supporting me. And that's how I'm getting.
And I know the deodorant brand is still early, but what's the breakdown, give or take, percentage-wise, revenue from the shower cap, revenue from
the shower cap
deodorant?
is just marketing, really. Like, you know, I thought I was going to conquer the world with the shower caps. You know, I'm a Colombian. I really have curly hair, and I need a shower cap. But not a lot of people use a shower cap. So that's what in 2020, like, you know, Tori Johnson helped me with so many promotions, and I was able to pivot and start testing the deodorant. It took me 2 years. My deodorants are tested on me, so in women. Before, deodorants were testing on men. So my deodorants actually work better in men. I don't know how, but thank you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. We are down to our last finalist. Everybody give it up for True Moringa.
How we doing, Newtopia? Yes. All right. My name is Emily, this is Kwame, and this is Moringa. The three of us met through MIT's D-Lab program, working with small farming families in Ghana. Here, aid workers encourage farmers to plant moringa for its many nutritional benefits. Gram for gram, the leaves of this tree contain more iron than spinach, more protein than yogurt, and more calcium than milk. But farmers didn't have a way to earn a sustainable living cultivating moringa, simply because they lacked access to market. This was 10 years ago. Today, we are building West Africa's largest certified organic, solar-powered, and as of yesterday, certified regenerative farm. It's 200 acres, soon to be 1,000 acres, cultivating moringa and other superfood ingredients. We work with farmers like Mary, who previously lacked access to land of her own. Here we provide her with childcare, with organic seeds and fertilizer, with agronomy training, financial literacy training, and a guaranteed market for everything that she produces, effectively eliminating barriers to entry for farmers who are frequently excluded from growing high-value tree crops like moringa. Together, we set about building True Moringa with the goal of doing wellness differently, filling the white space in the market for truly regenerative, organic skincare rooted in tradition but backed by science, all while healing the planet and nourishing healthy communities. How did we manage to do that? We took the seeds of the tree, this underutilized part of the tree, back to our labs at MIT. We designed and built the technology to cold press these seeds locally in Ghana into a nourishing, moisturizing oil that outperforms argan, jojoba, and shea for everything from repairing scars and stretch marks to helping with hyperpigmentation, fine lines, and wrinkles, and most importantly, delivering lasting moisture. The result is a skincare line that not only repairs skin, but it repairs the soil. Our regenerative approach to skincare starts with ingredients like moringa grown on our farm in a way that works together with nature to restore nutrients back to the soil, bringing the land back into balance. We take the same approach for your skincare. Our formulations work with your skin and your body in a way that restores nutrients to the soil to bring you back into balance, just like we've brought the land back into balance. We work in partnership with everyone from herbalists to cosmetic chemists to physicians to develop these formulas. You can find us on the shelves of Whole Foods and on HSN, in Macy's, and Thrive Market. We've won Best of Indie Beauty Expo, Best of New York Now, and we've been featured in Elle, Forbes, Mind Body Green, Bloomberg, Essence, Good Morning America, and many more. But more importantly, we are shifting a paradigm. Too often, commodities are exported from developing countries, and there's no value creation happening locally in country. We employ 80 people along our supply chain in Ghana, from our farms to our factories, to change that story. We work directly with 5,000 farmers, and together we've planted 3 million moringa trees to combat deforestation and malnutrition. And it's sustainable. We've earned $4 million in lifetime revenue. We're on track to do $1.2 million this year with healthy gross margins. We've doubled e-commerce revenue year over year, and we are ready to scale in retail. We have spent the past decade planting the seeds and building the rails to connect small farming families to conscious consumers like you, and now it's time to grow. Today, we invite you to grow with us.
I can go first. Thank you for your presentation. Very informative and very inspiring. I had a question actually about this product, which doesn't look to be the same one on the screen. It's a little difficult to read because of the plastic going over. Is there any way to make it stop here? I know this is a pretty simple question, but I was trying to read about it and it was a little bit difficult.
Absolutely. So those are just our sample sizes to test out the moringa oil.
That
and
makes
we're
sense.
actually in the process of a packaging overhaul. And so the finished product will look a lot more like the product you see over here, our new Shea and Moringa Balm.
Also, thank you for your presentation. There's a lot to your story here in terms of what you're doing, which is so much more than just the product itself, which is really amazing. And since you said that you're about to scale into retail as a retailer, how do you intend to communicate that story at shelf?
That's such a great question. So I think first and foremost, we work with the store and the team and the buyers and make sure that they're as knowledgeable about our story as we are, that they can be our salespeople on the front lines and really understand the pain points that our products can solve. Secondly, we use shelf talkers and postcards and samples that we give to our stores to spread the word. And education is so important with an ingredient like Moringa, which is new to a lot of customers. And finally, we do a lot with geo-targeted social media. So when we're launching in a new region, we reach out to micro-influencers. We run ad campaigns to drive people into the store. And we do a lot with shelf talkers and in-person demos as well to drive trial.
How many people work for your company? What is the size of the employee count?
Yeah, so we have 80 people working for us in Ghana between our farm and factory. Most of our senior leadership is based there. In the US, we're a very small team of 3 people. And my co-founder, Kwame, is actually based in Ghana full-time, overseeing all of our operations.
I see you're on HSN.
Yes.
How was your experience on HSN, and are you still on HSN?
Yes, so right now we're on e-commerce with HSN, although we are talking to them on the down low about an on-air segment next year with the launch of a new product.
That's not on the down low.
Doesn't leave this room. But yes, it's been great working with them for e-commerce.
And would you be the on-air person to go on HSN?
I'm sorry?
Would you be the person to go on Home Shopping Network and sell it?
I'd love to bring my co-founder. He's has the story of, being born and raised in Ghana. He grew up with all of these ingredients, from shea butter to moringa oil, I'd love him to tell his story and work with all the great guests on HSN as well.
So the oil that we got, and then this is the balm that will be next to replace it perhaps. Where are you going from there using the Moringa?
Yeah, so right now we have a cleanser, a toner, and the oil moisturizer, and then the Shea and Moringa balm for body. So just a really tight kind of 3-step easy skincare routine for people who value multitasking products and for people who don't want it to be too complicated. We are working on an SPF moisturizer that we're hoping to launch next year as well. Great, thank you so much.
Right. Okay, so we've heard from our 10 finalists. Our judges are going to go backstage now to deliberate. I don't want to be in their positions. That was 10 really strong positions. You could all, head to the back to deliberate. Good luck, everybody. Okay, and then while they are deliberating, we've got a really special treat. We've got a really great entrepreneur named Sandra. She's got a phenomenal beauty company called Newtopia. She's got a great story, and we're going to talk about it a little bit today. Thanks for joining us, Sandra.
Yes, my pleasure. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the time. We'll just move over here.
Thanks for choosing us over the happy hour, everyone. Appreciate it.
Yep. So Sandra, please, to start off, just tell us a little bit about Nopalera.
Sure. So Nopalera is a modern Mexican beauty brand inspired by my Mexican heritage. We're sold in about 500 retailers, Credo, Nordstrom, Free People. We're launching into 300 Kohl's doors next month and about 400 independent boutiques. I launched the brand from my Brooklyn apartment in the middle of the pandemic at the age of 44 with my American Express card. I made the products myself for the first year. And we'll just start with there. We'll start there.
And what I think is really interesting is you don't come from a CPG background at all. You're actually a trained musician.
My degree my bachelor's is in music. Yes, I was the lead singer of a Latin band called Pistolera. I toured, I released albums, played on big stages, and never thought I would be running a beauty brand.
And one question I have for you is, how has that musical background transferred into a strength in this entrepreneurial journey that you've taken with CPG?
Yeah, great question. So in music, anyone here that's ever been a working artist knows that it comes with a lot of rejection. So, emailing clubs, can I get a gig here? You either get ignored, the answer is usually no. You email 100 people, you get 9 yeses, you turn that into a national tour. And so that is so important to have a very strong rejection muscle when you are an entrepreneur, especially if you're going to raise capital. It's mostly no's. So you cannot let that knock you off your game. You have to just focus on the road and not the wall.
Thank you. And speaking of no's, so you went on Shark Tank about a year ago?
Yes, my Shark Tank episode aired last January, 2023.
And it was a great episode. Daniel Lubetsky from Kind was a guest. He's somebody I worked with in one of my first deals with Kind. Really great entrepreneur and really helpful to the community. What I thought was so striking about your episode is that the Sharks didn't want to give you the deal that you thought you were worth, and you said no to all of them. And what I know from working with entrepreneurs is that there's nothing harder to do than to say no, especially to money. I'd like to hear a little bit about that. How did you emotionally find the strength to do that? Do you still think it was the right decision? And what power do you find in the word no?
Yeah, it's so funny. I got to meet Daniel Lubetsky, the founder of Kind Bar, at an event in New York, and he said, "Oh, what were your sales last year?" And I said, "We did 2 million." He said, "Okay, so you made the right choice by saying no." And you're correct that when you need money, it's really hard to say no to $300,000, but they wanted 30% of the company, and so that was never going to happen. And the whole reason behind Nopalera, the reason I created the brand, our whole reason for being, is to build an elevated Latina brand, because the beauty industry has been dominated by Western European, mostly French brands, and people look at our culture as a discount culture, and they assume that everything Latino should be $5 at Target, at Walmart, and if it's French, it should be $40, and there's no problem with that. So it would really go against our whole mission and reason for being to cave and give up our core value, which is sustaining your worth. And so I had to say no to Mr. Wonderful. I said no to Daniel Lubetsky. Did I want to throw up? Yes. Because is it hard to say no to $300,000? Yes. But you have to believe, where there's a lot of scarcity in our community, and you have to truly believe that there is more on the other side. And after I said no on Shark Tank, then I went on to raise, $2.6 million. So there was more, right? And you have to believe that there is more. There's always more, you guys. There's so much money in the world. It's just a matter of distribution.
And thank you for that, Sandra. So let's talk about when you started out. You launched the product with, I believe, zero to very little outside capital.
Like actually negative $100,000 to be exact.
And as we all know, that is not the norm, right? Most people do not bootstrap to market in that manner. Can you tell me do you think that was the right move for you? And if it was, what did you learn, good or bad, about bootstrapping it to market?
Yes, so for me, there was no other way. I didn't know anyone with money. And it's so funny that I met entrepreneurs later on in my journey that said, "Why didn't you just raise from family and friends?" I'm like, you have family and friends that have money? Because I don't, and I didn't. And so there was the only way to launch my brand was to make it myself, was to buy small quantities of ingredients, of packaging, and literally make it. My boyfriend was my shipping manager. Nordstrom did not know they were buying a handmade product. I was literally filling the body scrub with one of those cake, frosting things. And so for me, there was just no other choice. It wasn't because I was trying to be cute or crafty. I wish that I had known how to find a co-packer or how to find suppliers. Now I'm not making the product. So now we do have co-packers. Now we have a 3PL. Everything is out of my house. So that's good. But I would just say that if you really want to start a brand, just find a way. There is no, well, I need to wait until I have the money. Because what if you don't find the money? I need to wait until this. You don't need to wait. What you need to know is your why. Why are you making this product? Why you? Why now? Who is it for? And if you have that, you can start small.
Thanks. Sandra, one thing I think that's so integral to success in CPG is building a community. And you said that, hey, I didn't know anybody with money at one point. But from what I've seen from you, you've built a really great community. And you've done, masterminds and all these types of things. Talk to me about how you've architectured building your community and what you think would be the biggest sort of points of process that you could tell people if they were trying to do the same.
Yes, so I knew no one. I came from music. So I literally knew, I had never met an investor in my life. I didn't know how to find a beauty co-packer. I didn't know how to find ingredients. I knew no one. And so I just put myself into new rooms in the same way that you guys are all here putting yourself into new rooms. And sometimes those rooms cost money, and I use my American Express card. I still use my American Express card, by the way. Okay, thank you, Amex. Where's my commercial? Where's my Amex commercial? But so it's just so important to put yourself into new rooms, in the rooms where the people are. And the thing with investors or anyone is that once you meet one, you meet five. Just like musicians know each other, just like actors know each other, investors all play golf together. So meet one and then ask for introductions, but you have to get into the room. So I applied for every pitch competition, every accelerator, every grant. I still do to this day. I mean, I'm done with the accelerators because I've done 6, so I'm done with that. But I still do pitch competitions. I still apply to anything that I can find because it's who you know, and people help people that they recognize themselves in, which is, by the way, just tangent, is that this is why all of the founders of color need to succeed wildly, because you are going to be the ones that write the checks for the founders behind us and send the elevator back down. So that's just tangent side note. I know that wasn't the question.
That was a good anecdote. That was a good anecdote. Yeah, look, I've always said that, one of the most important things you can do is just show up. Just go, just do the meeting. When you're tired at night, when you don't want to do it, go to the network. Come to Newtopia now, right? I mean, building that network is so important. In terms of Nopalera, you've taken the product to a certain place. What's next? And what do you see as sort of the biggest headwinds for your product and in this community that people aren't talking about enough?
I think it's really important I'm looking for volume. So that's our next, I'm like, where's the volume, right? Because I think it's very important for founders to distinguish between a credibility account, a vanity account, and where is the money actually coming from? And so, when I say, oh, we're Nordstrom, literally everyone's like, oh my God, Nordstrom, wow. I'm like, no, not wow. Not wow. I'm like, and we're in Credo, which is great. Credo is 15 stores. That's not going to get us to 50 million either. So I'm like, where is the volume? Is it Thrive? Is it Grove? Is it Amazon? Is it Costco? Is it Whole Foods? And so I like to diversify our portfolio, so to speak, and I don't want to put all of my business in any one retailer because I've seen a lot of founders do that, and then it just kills them. You know what I mean? So was that the question?
Great. I loved what you said about vanity accounts. Because, there's such a focus on profitability these days, right? I mean, the paradigm is shift in CPG across the board, whereas, in 2012, you just needed to grow your top line. No one cared about the bottom line. And that shifted under a lot of entrepreneurs' feet. People that were growing top line for years and were told to forget about the bottom line now had to become profitable and switch their teams. In the beauty industry, the creator or the celebrity is probably one of the most talked about people, one of the most talked about tools to put yourself in a market, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. What is your take on creator-led brands using creators as marketing? Do you think it's still a viable source, or do you think, what is the next iteration of that?
Yeah, we have built a really great community at Nopalera, which I'm really proud of. But our community are our influencers. We don't actually pay celebrities or pay influencers. We just give our customers free product, and then they make videos, And I think that people want authenticity. I know it's an overused word, but I think the days of no one believes Kim Kardashian if she's promoting a product, right? So people want to hear from other people, and just use the people that are there, the people that already love you, and then reward them. And then it incentivizes even more to go share the product and the brand with their friends. And looking for people that align with the brand, with your values, what you stand for. We're obviously a values-driven brand. We have a very cultural point of view. And so I think content creation is not going anywhere. We use a platform right now called kale, like the vegetable. And every platform costs money, so like add that to your marketing budget. And then, we allocate a certain budget, and then the creators make videos and they get paid for the videos. But Kale manages like the quality and everything. And so we're leaning more in towards that, and we took that money out of ad spend and we put it towards content creators.
Thanks. So, you mentioned this before, but Nopalera's won a lot of awards. It's been through a lot of accelerators and been accepted into a lot of really, really great accelerators. We've got 10 brands out here that just pitched to the Newtopia crew, and that are probably in that process right now. What do you think is the best piece of advice you learned through going through those different accelerators? And what would you tell these brands, that you, like, what is the best thing that you learned, the most valuable piece that you learned through going through all those processes?
I have like 10 pieces of advice, but I can't pick one. But I would say that, this is not my quote, but I read this somewhere recently, like, if you want to do the wrong thing, ask everyone's opinion. And so it's really important when you're building your brand, everyone's going to have an opinion about do it this way, change your packaging, change the name. I've heard people say, talk more about the cactus, talk less about the cactus, make it about Mexico, don't make it about Mexico. Like literally every end of the spectrum. And so you as the founder, you are the steward of your brand. You know what it's about, you know why you created it, and it's so important to block out the noise. Yes, take feedback, learn. I like to learn from, the accelerators and everything that I've been through. I want to learn how people are thinking, especially like investors or whoever, because I want to know how to beat them to the punch so I don't have to answer dumb questions. Right? Because people would ask me, for example, investors would ask me, is your brand only for Latinas? And my answer now, after hearing that dumb question 100 times, I just beat them to the punch and I'm like, is L'Occitane only for French people? Is Sol de Janeiro only for Brazilians?
Is tequila
Is olive oil only for Italians? Et cetera, et cetera. Why would you ask me that? That just tells me that you know nothing. Yeah. So anyways.
And so one question, we'll stay on cactuses, right? Nopalera, it's cactus-based, line extensions. What do we think about that? Do we stay cactus? Do you view going into other types of ingredients and bases and things like that? What's the future look like for the brand?
There's so much work to be done with cactus still. And honestly, there's a lot of cactus happening in food and beverage, which I'm really excited about because I do believe that things start in food and then they come over to beauty. You think about probiotics, right? You think about gut health. Tula skincare, which has been acquired, probiotics for the face. You think about algae, seaweed. You think about, Japanese food. You think about eating it. Then you have alginist. You have algae now in skincare, right? So cactus, there's cactus tortillas, there's cactus chips, there's cactus water. And there's cactus in beauty, but people are using prickly pear oil for like prestige skincare. And people don't know that prickly pear cactus and nopal are the exact same thing. One is English and one is Spanish. So there's still, I haven't reached the top of the cactus mountain, so I'm not gonna switch and like give myself a new job and educate about hibiscus, for example, you know? So there's still a lot to do with cactus, and what we have done is expand our line so that not everything is about cactus. For example, we're launching perfume. There's no cactus in perfume, right? But it's still inspired by Mexican heritage, and so cactus, I'm the cactus queen now, that's it.
All right, long live the cactus. Sandra, I think this is our time. Thank you so much. Give it up for Sandra, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, all right, the judges have met in the back, and they have conferred, and it looked like it was a difficult. Okay, and so they have told me there is a winner. I think all of you are winners. All of you really just pitched your hearts out tonight. Unfortunately, they gotta pick one, and who they picked for today, and come up here if you're here, is Daybird. Everybody give it up for Daybird. Congratulations, Daybird. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody walked to the front. right. Thanks, everybody.
It was very close.
Hey, please stay up here. Hey, guys, can we get all the contestants up on the stage, please? Don't go.
Can I invite my co-founder up here? All right, cool.
Give it up for everybody. Give it up all the contestants, everyone. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thanks. Congrats to everybody. You all did great. And I think you